morning, Canada, or whatever your time zone. I bring you greetings again. Today is our 17th day of Go Life challenge. I am Ifoma Ifanyezuku. My name hasn't changed. I am a wife and a mom of three and a business entrepreneur, online business entrepreneur. So, as usual, we are here to discuss a new topic. Every day, we're going to be bringing you new topics for 90 days. Today is our 17th day. Woo! We are moving. We are moving. We're doing it, and we're going to do it to the end. So, the topic
Amen.
for today is how to handle fear in business. How do we handle fear in business? We have fear in our lives, in every aspect of our life, but we want to concentrate on business because we are business people. And in everything, there is fear. In business, you have fear of different things. So, how do you handle it when you have this fear, when it arises? How do you handle it? What are the steps you take? What is your technique? So, with me today in the studio to discuss this is Vera from Ireland, Lynn from Canada, Oksana from Canada, and Moy from the United States. I am also from the United States. So we welcome you. If you have been a regular viewer in our audience, we say thank you very much for always tuning in to watch us. And if you are new, we say welcome to you, and we hope you will continue to be one of our audience. And please make comments if you have comments, if you have questions. You are welcome to ask your questions. So we're going to go straight into the topic of the day, which is how to handle fear in business. Let me take the lead. So I'm going to mention just a few because we're working with time. We don't want to have a very long video so that you can actually sit down and watch it if you're watching the replay. So one of the ways that I handle fear, or you can handle fear if you're also in business, is to identify what your fear is. First of all, I want you to know that fear is a natural emotional feeling, especially if you are in business. Business is considered a high stake situation. If you are in business, there is always this fear of so many things, these thoughts that go through your head every time. First of all, you have to identify it. What fear are you dealing with? Is it the fear of failure? Are you afraid to fail? Are you afraid to succeed? Because some people have fear of success. Are you afraid of rejection? What is the fear that you have? We say that when you identify a problem, it is half solved. So when you identify your fear, you now know how you want to deal with that fear. So that is the first step. Identify what your fear is and understand the fact that fear is a natural emotion. It is not something disastrous. It is a natural emotion. It comes to everybody. So understand that and then identify what your fear is. When you identify your fear, the next thing you do is you start developing a growth mindset. Growth mindset will enable you to deal with the negativity that brings fear. In having growth mindset, you want to be positive. You want to learn about things that will make it possible for you to handle your negative thoughts. It's negative thoughts actually that bring fear, because we are what we think. Whatever goes on is that in our mind is what comes out of us, our behavior, our attitude, and everything. So if you know how to control your negative thoughts, then you will know how to handle your fear. The next thing is to make a plan, or rather, yeah, make a plan. Focus on the solution, not the problem. Don't give energy to your fear. Rather, give energy to how you will solve the fear when it arises. And the way to do that is to have a plan, have a contingency plan. When you're going into business, you know that certain things may likely happen. So if this happens, if that happens, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to handle it? So when you have these plans in place, and those challenges that will give you fear start arising, you already have plans on how you're going to handle it. And so you start executing your plans according to the challenges you have or the fear that you have. Like I said earlier, we are trying to make this very concise, this program, so that we don't exceed a certain time, because we've realized that we make our videos too long and people are not able to sit down and watch everything. So I'm going to stop here and hand it over to another of my business partner to tell us how you can handle fear in business. So I'm going to be calling on Moy. How do you handle fear in business?
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon from my side. Thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Moy. If you first time watching us live, um, how to handle fear in business. For me, everyone has challenge and fear in everything we do, but we must overcome fear. Do not let fear hold you back. I have my example for me based on myself in the business. I don't like go live, but we have to do it every day, and we have to learn from what we do. If you do learn from your knowing what you need to do and to overcome it, you must do it every day, but don't overwhelm yourself. If you need a break, take a little break, but just do it, practice yourself every day until you feel that it's not we are not perfect, but if you overcome it, we can be better. And it's embrace the challenge, learn and grow from it. It will help us for a better tomorrow. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is a very good point. Learning. Learning helps you overcome fear. And how do you learn? You learn by doing. When you have fear of something, like she mentioned, she had the fear of going live, the fear of camera, and the only way she can overcome this fear is by practicing, is by doing it every time. Thank you, Moy, for that. I'm gonna call on Lane. Let's know how you to overcome fear in business.
Thank you very much, sis. Greetings, everyone, live from Ontario, Canada. Those who don't know me, I'm Lynn, originally from the Philippines, now living here in Ontario, Canada, and I am a proud digital business owner. For me, fear in the business comes in many forms, but I'm just talking about two things: fear of failure and being judged. What I do is I study, I become knowledgeable of the business. And to be knowledgeable about the business, I attended masterminds, I do the trainings, and to be able to answer questions the right way. And I seek mentorship too. from the coaches and the mentors in the community. And I surround myself with people who supports me, with like-minded people. And because I have fear of being judged, I'm just taking baby steps to overcome it by doing being vulnerable on camera. And I re, I re, I do how can I say I replace self-negative self-talk with positive affirmations to reframe my mindset and beliefs in my abilities. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Seeking help and support when you have fear is very, very important. And that's what my business partner has just said. Seeking help and support from her community and friends. So when you have fear in business, please seek for help from people around you. It helps you overcome your fear. And then positive affirmations is also important. Positive affirmations means saying to yourself positive things that you believe in. When you keep saying that and repeating it constantly to yourself, it becomes, your brain registers it, and it becomes a part of your it becomes your thought pattern. Thank you so much for that point, Lynn. That was very nice. Next, I am going to go to Vera to tell us how to overcome fear in business. Vera, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sister Ifoma. Hello, everyone. My name is Vera. In case you do not know me, I am the face behind Vera Jeffrey Digital World on Facebook. I am a mom of 6 beautiful children, a wife. We reside here in Ireland, and I manage this digital business from the comfort of my home or anywhere I find myself. Um, First, I would say, here is something like Sister Ifema has actually said, it's something that is almost is a psychological thing, right? And the only way to overcome it is to face it. The truth is, most of the things that we fear is just not really it's not an actual thing, but it's just that it's what comes out from our own mind. Okay. Sometimes, if I can give you an example, sometimes before you start this business, for example, like you who is sitting out there, looking at us, I know there are so many people who have actually reached out to me and they are afraid, to step into this digital business. That is because they do not know what is inside. So the truth is, how can you know what is inside when you have not even seen it yourself? So it's like you are creating these skeletons, creating this imagination that it is scary, it is risky, it is this, is that. So you just create all those things around yourself, and you end up, remaining where you are, not taking action. Okay, so the best way to do it is to step out from that your comfort zone and try it for yourself. Another thing again is, you see when you look at this, I look at fear as illusion. Sometimes you just see this illusion and you think that, oh, this thing looks like a ghost there, right? But when you walk towards it, you then see that it was just maybe an object. It could just be like a leaf. It could just be like a flower. It could be like just an object that's not even living. But because you have created that fear, and that fear, takes over you, you are not able to even go there and see it for yourself. So the best thing to do is to step out and face it head on. Come to think of it, because when you have fear, it is going to actually affect other areas of your life. That is why, if we see, talking from a Christian perspective right now, okay, if you see, one of the things that was most preached about by Jesus was overcoming fear with faith. If you have the belief that, okay, even if this thing is scary, let me go in and try it. And that is where you find that that's where you find your miracle. That's where you find a solution to your problem. That's where you find a solution to whatever it is. So overcoming fear with faith is actually a good thing, to practice. And like Sister Lynn has already said, when you have this fear, personally, what I do is I do, mindfulness. I practice mindfulness a lot. Like it could be just, taking a deep breath and then, breathing out and in, just to make sure that I get, everything all over, saturate everything that's actually going, emotion that is going on inside me, so that I can be relieved of that, fear. And another thing that you can actually do is don't be afraid to reach out. For example, if I have fear in my business, okay, or the fear of maybe making a mistake, in one of my, in fact, there was a very, a typical one that happened to me, where when I got into the business, I was always, afraid of what was actually, very common for a lot of business partners at the time. We're afraid that, okay, there's something you cannot do here in the open on social media. There are some things you can't post. There are some things you can't say. So I was always afraid that, I'll get shut down, right? But the truth is, somebody actually reminded me that, listen, I think if you dwell so much on that, that will become your reality. So I was able to overcome. So anytime I post something or anytime I do something online, I just, leave it there. And today I'm successful in the business, but I've never ever, had that, experience. But the truth is, even if it happens anyway, there is always a solution. That's one thing that we should always think about. Face it, do it, and if that fear becomes a reality for you, move on to plan B. That's all I have to say for now. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you very much, Vera. Mindfulness is important, very, very crucial to handling fear. When you breathe in, take a deep breath and breathe out, take a deep breath and breathe out. By the time you do it 4 or 5 times, you will be surprised how good you will feel. So if you are one of those who, well, we all do, have fear from time to time, fear of anything concerning your business, practice mindfulness, especially the breathing and exercising. They help a lot. Okay. All right. We have a guest watching us from Dubai. Thank you so much, Jonah. Rosaldo, thank you for being part of our conversation. And we have Olara Waju Akinyoju, highly recommended. Thank you, Olara Waju, and welcome to our program. All right, so we keep moving. We now land on Oksana. It's your turn. Let's know, how do we handle fear in business?
Thank you so much, Sister Ikoma. My name is Oksana, and originally I'm from Ukraine, and now I am living in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm mom of 2 beautiful daughters. I have 2 types of fear in this business. First fear, it's fear of failure, and second fear is a fear not to be perfect. Just the main fears in my life. So how do I do this? How do I handle? My second fear, it's not to look perfect, not to be perfect. As you can see, I'm without makeup. So I'm just doing this. And my second fear, not to be, fear of failure. Everyone knows that we inherited this from our ancestors. They had to fight or flight. So sometimes I'm in this mode because they needed to fight for their food. They needed to fly, like run as fast as they can, because they could be eaten by different animals or could be killed by different tribes. So that's why they lived in this state. And I know for sure I need to reprogram myself. What I do, there are 2 states of our mind. First state, it's an observative mind, and second state is a chatting mind. And as I learned, a day we have more than 10,000 thoughts. and we try to process it, and we live in this chatting mind. What should I do next? How like I would handle this? Like so many thoughts a second we have, yeah. So what I do, what is advice to do? So I try to switch to the observative state of mind. So okay, for example, this thought, what should I do next? And instead of continue chatting, what should I do? I should go here or there. You try to analyze, why do you have this thought? How to connect this thought to like another thought. You start to be an observer. You start to stop this thread of chatting and chatting. You start to observe why I got this thought. Like you just switch to this observative mind to more philosophical mind. So you stop this chatting. You stop these negative thoughts. And the second, Sister Lynn, she mentioned about affirmations. I do affirmations. I watch podcasts. I do meditations. So it helps a lot. And I still like have battle with fears. And my plan is at the end of this challenge, by the end of this challenge, maybe by the first third of this challenge, to overcome my fears. So I'm trying. That's it. Thank you so much, Sister Reforma, for introducing me.
Wonderful. Wonderful. In handling fears, channeling that energy towards something else is also helpful. Like she said, try to do, what do I do? Try several things. I will say one of the things you can do also is, if you are trying and it's not working, move away from where you are. Get involved in any other thing, that will take your mind off what you're thinking, because really it's what is going on in your thought that is bringing fear to you. So just channel that energy towards something else. If you will need to go take a walk, go ahead, move out of the house, go take a walk. Do something completely different from what you were doing before that thought came on. So we have come to the end of our program today, and we hope that we have given you good enough tips to enable you handle your fear in your business whenever it comes up. There are so many other ways you can handle fear, but like I said, we are constrained by time and will not be able to give you all this. Again, we are grateful and thankful to those who have joined us and those who will be watching the replay later. If you are not yet a member of this business community, please hurry up. You're missing a lot. You are really missing a lot. I'm not joking. Hurry up. Go to any of the websites you're seeing on the screen. Register there and watch the 90 minutes webinar. This is 2024. You need to change your life. Change what you do not like in you. With this, I will say goodbye until we come back tomorrow. And for my fellow presenters, it's goodbye.